Hello guys, it's us, the Sub-Auteurs. I'm Misha. Just kidding, I'm Anjo.
What?
It's a joke.
Joke daw. Joke daw.
It's a joke.
Dali, isa pa para parang title ng movie na pag-uusapan natin.
I thought kasi the movie was a joke itself.
Wow. Anyway, I'm Anjo.
Mai here.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess we're here to talk about the Joker.
Yeah.
Folie, a Deux.
Folie, Deux.
Folie, a Deux. A female deer.
A pocket full of sunshine. Mali.
Anyway.
Okay, we're here to talk about Joker Folie, a Deux, the much anticipated sequel.
To be fair, much anticipated talaga
Yes, okay.
siya.
I think it was.
It really was.
But the question is, did it live up to expectations?
Very good question.
Yeah.
Which we will answer, I guess.
No, it did not.
Okay,
I guess,
okay, we're done. That's
That
an
was quick.
episode.
Thank you.
again, that is a joke. Okay, sige, let us start by, just to get it out of the way, what did you guys like about the movie? Kaya niyo yan.
Okay, so I guess I enjoyed the cinematography. It was beautiful.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
To
absolutely.
be fair, may mga moments talaga. And I guess you guys know this and people I'm close to know this. If I like the cinematography, you will randomly hear me na magmumura ako.
Yes.
As like, putang ina, ang ganda. Mga ganun. Gaganon ako.
Hindi lang-
Whether it's
diba?
the lighting, camera movement. But here, yeah, lighting was chef's kiss.
Yes, I agree. Totally agree. I mean, yung pagbubura mo sa sinihan is either naiinis ka na or natutuwa ka sa shot.
That's true.
Well, I guess you heard both.
Yeah, she made happy noises and sad noises.
Yes, true. I should have been more clear about that I heard both.
Yes.
Minsan nasasabayan ko.
Well, I like the performances. I mean, Lady Gaga is fantastic. Joaquin Phoenix is Arthur Fleck, this sad sack of a guy. They both put in fantastic performances and they do all their own singing. So I can't complain about the quality of their performances.
It's not just the two guys. Like even Mad Eye Moody was great.
That's right.
Mad Eye Moody.
No. He was regular eye Moody in this one.
Okay. Singing regular-eyed Moody.
Fine. He was two-eyed Moody.
Okay.
And yeah.
Just in case for people who missed it, he was one of the prison guards.
Yes.
The prison guard.
That's right. He was. And the story picks up pretty much where we left off in 2016's Joker. Arthur Fleck is now in prison. He's under psychiatric care at Arkham, which is like the place with the worst security in the world because people just come and go as they please.
I mean, there's a lot
Wala
of contraband there.
I guess.
As somebody who has not had nicotine for a good maybe 4 months
Oh
now.
my God, it was torture.
Why? Why is that?
Okay, for everybody,
Oh, right.
everybody listening right now.
Sharing lang
No, that's
kami ni
right.
Andrew.
No, I know where this is going.
Wait, no. We just want to give ourselves a pat on the back. Give yourself a pat on the back,
I
Mai.
did. I am.
Good job.
Because-
But seriously, this movie was like smoking the movie.
Yes, like every fucking shot Joaquin Phoenix was in was like temptation.
I was like, is this why this thing is rated R? Is it because everybody's smoking?
So much smoking.
So yeah, Mai and I both have these breathing pipes that we use whenever we feel the urge, and every time, not every time, every shot, I would look at Mai, and I'd see her looking back at me with the pipe in her mouth.
I think
For context, we're quitting smoking.
We have quit.
I think the most egregious one was Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, as Harleen Quinzel, because like she's in this place because she tried to commit arson. And yet she's fucking lighting up. Like, who gave her these cigarettes?
Okay.
Who gave her those matches?
Nako. Okay.
Wait. Doon pa tayo sa things we liked about
Okay,
it.
what do we like?
Okay, wait. So, given the fact that you guys did mention that you like the performances and you like the cinematography, was this good enough to save the movie?
That's not fair.
Is it?
I don't. Did we mention it's a musical?
We will get to that. It's just a lot.
Okay, I think we're good with the things we liked about it.
Yes.
Let's get down to business.
Okay, let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business.
Oh, you're a musical.
That's a better musical.
What up?
Jeez.
Okay,
Thank you.
look. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The idea of a jukebox musical as a sequel to like 2016's gritty, corrupt, dirty crime film, The Joker, that was a fantastic idea. It was crazy. It sounded insane. You're gonna have Academy Award winner Lady Gaga in there, and it just sounded like something that couldn't fail.
Yeah.
Remember, before Deadpool and Wolverine, it was the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time.
Oh,
It was?
Yeah.
Oh.
People, the first movie made over $1 billion, and that's why conservatives were so scared of it, because they thought that people would get the wrong idea from watching this. They would take inspiration from the Joker instead of condemning him for being a sad sack of a guy.
TBH, a lot of people did, and that is like, that's why it was so dangerous. That's why it was, although at the same time, parang, what do you expect? It's the Joker. It's a villain movie.
Exactly.
So, but, you just can't help it that there are stupid people in the world who will just glorify it.
It's interesting because it's not the first of its kind to be produced.
but-
You've had movies like American Psycho. You've had Taxi Driver, you know?
Or Falling Down with Michael Douglas, which also does the whole one bad day trope.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the Joker, probably one of the most popular supervillains to ever.
Maybe that's it, because they think kids would want to watch this. But at the end of the day, the kids aren't the ones walking away thinking that he's a great role model. We're talking about these self-absorbed nihilistic people who think that Homelander is the good guy. The kind of people who think that
Fair point.
who don't get that Watchmen is a condemnation of superheroes as a genre. They think Rorschach is somebody to be admired. They don't understand that he's like the biggest loser in the whole fucking book.
People are funny.
People are dumb. I mean, one of those people is Zack Snyder. He completely missed the
I thought
point.
you were gonna say Zach Levi. Because it's true.
Oh my God.
R.I.P. to my childhood crush.
Poor Chuck.
A moment of silence for her childhood crush.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not dead. It's just like my...
No, I think
Her
his
crush.
career
It's
is
the
now.
crush.
Oh, yes. His
career is
anyway.
totally dead, which he fully admits.
At least he's self-aware.
Yeah. So no, seriously, Zack Snyder completely missed the point of books like The Dark Knight Returns or of Watchmen, where they were supposed to be dissections and or condemnations of the way superheroes have always been written. But what he took away was, hey, I can make this look super cool.
Yeah, pero parang...
He's always been the guy who makes things look super cool.
So I think it's that kind of an audience that he nurtured.
It explains his fan base so well.
There you go. I mean, those are the people.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm sorry too. Those are the people who would come away with the wrong message from watching the first Joker movie, which, again, I thought, what I respected about the first one was it stuck to its guns. It didn't try to soften the Joker. It didn't try to rationalize him. It just showed that this was somebody going through real mental health issues.
Yeah.
And, he was absolutely not a role model.
Yep.
Ayun.
I like the fact that in the first one is that, they really show the trauma.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you something or someone to sympathize with. It just gives you the rationale behind the person. But in this one,
But
case,
it doesn't justify it.
Yes, exactly. That's why I liked it.
Ayun nga eh. I've always been a believer, especially watching a lot of true crime. And a lot of these people actually have traumatic backgrounds or, mental health issues, which is true naman. But you are responsible for your own mental health issues and your actions afterwards.
Right.
The condition is not your fault, but your actions afterwards are what matter.
Exactly.
So, I don't know, some people just don't understand it and justify, oh, he has mental health issues, he's okay, he's kawawa, but he still killed people. Alam mo yun, parang
Exactly.
they completely skip over the fact and give him a free pass because he has mental health issues. Anyway, going back to the second one.
Okay, so the whole mental health issues thing, that for me made it a good idea to go into this as a musical. Because psychological introspection by way of fantasy is not a new trope. It's not a new execution. We've seen other characters dive into their psyches through imagination, through flashback, through, how many times have you seen a movie or a comedy where somebody kills somebody on screen and it was all in their head?
So, I love those.
I
Isn't that
figured...
Sweeney Todd?
So,
No.
so many. It's like it's us in real life whenever we're stuck in annoying meetings.
And
or talking to an annoying person.
When the first musical number hit, when Arthur is watching a news broadcast in Arkham, I like the fact that you're not entirely sure if it's diegetic or not. Can everybody hear him singing, or is he just imagining himself singing? I like the ambiguity because they hint at it, like even with the color treatments, right? And when it gets down to it, I don't think the director knew either. I don't think he decided whether or not it's all fantasy or it's all reality or somewhere in between, because they kept switching back and forth.
Exactly.
Yes, I had a funny feeling about that. I mean, I feel like it was a question of, I want it this way, studio wants it that way. Studio probably wanted to milk Lady Gaga's talent.
Well, here's
talent fee.
If you watch the trailers, there's a lot of scenes there where she appears that aren't in the movie. In fact, when you watch the movie, it's like, did they only just get her to sing?
Exactly. I think that's also one of the biggest gripes in general, not just mine, because of course, I do love Lady Gaga. She's very, very talented, not just a singer, but an actress as well.
Yeah.
Parang, I came in expecting a musical, which is fine. I guess it wasn't as full on as we would have liked because it's kind of half baked, like Misha mentioned. But Harley Quinn, or Lee here in the movie, I feel like even though she was there, she was underutilized in the story.
Absolutely.
It's like the title itself, Folie, Deux. It's like a madness shared by two. It's still about Arthur, yes, but I don't see how much she has contributed to the madness. It's just like may kasama lang siya.
The one thing good point that it's a good point that you brought that up, because the whole time, because it really took me some time to process this movie.
No, it took a lot.
Yes. Everybody we knew who came out of that theater sharing that experience. But anyway, it's funny that you mentioned that now, because the whole time I was processing this, I could not take away my impression that the character of Harley Quinn was not a character at all. She was used as a plot device for Arthur's character to progress.
Yeah, she was just there.
Yeah. And look, there are a lot of stupid people who like to cosplay as Joker and Harley, like for Halloween, for Comic-Con.
Like, couple goals.
And then they say couple goals. but if you like go into the character's history, and I'm not saying necessarily that any movie would have to stick so religiously to the comics, because Arthur Fleck proved that you could have a good, compelling drama without Batman, right? So, but Harley Quinn has always been a representation of someone in an abusive relationship on the wrong end. I'm not saying there's a right end, but she's on the even bigger losing end of an abusive relationship. That's why whenever people say that that's who they aspire to be, somebody who's just obsessively in love with a homicidal nutcase who just treats her horribly. I get what the movie was trying to do and try and flip the script on it, I guess, a little bit. But it didn't quite pull it off.
Birds of Prey did it well because she's like, I'm over this guy. I'm getting over it. I got a haircut. It's a very rom-com-y, girly type of thing. But it still encapsulated Harley Quinn, but while also moving away from the usual archetype of her being that person in the relationship.
Yes.
She's like moving on. She's moving forward, which is great. Pero here,
you see that exasperated expression that she has. It's just like sheer confusion about what Harley's role was in this movie.
The idea of her as a manipulator, that's intriguing in and of itself.
I would have liked it
if they fleshed it out.
If they fleshed it out,
yes, exactly. Because again, she was not used much as for something to push Arthur's character.
Actually,
dapat naging catalyst siya, because with or without her, I feel like, okay, if Arthur just stopped taking his meds, he'd do the same shit.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
And also, I think they revealed it too quickly that she may not be what she seems. Honestly, because like his lawyer the guard tells him up front, parang, dude, she checked herself out. What are you talking about?
It's kind of funny that you said that they revealed it too quickly, but to me, the whole movie was so slow.
Another gripe.
That's another thing. Okay.
Gripe on.
What we said earlier, I love musicals. I think we agree musicals can be fun and all that. But this one had too many songs.
Again, they had to milk Lady Gaga's TF.
And,
I guess.
Yeah, and Joaquin Phoenix. He has a wonderful voice, by the way. But
I was surprised.
He was Johnny Cash in Walk the Line.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing. There were 5 too many songs. I don't know, because here's my problem with it. There are songs which are like full-on production value, which are in his head. Like we have the stage, we have Harley and Arthur in like different costumes. There's a Sonny and Cher type of set
variety
there.
show. Yeah.
So that's fantasy. And I get how there are song numbers happening in reality. So they're kind of blurring the lines na. So you don't know which one is really just in his head or if he's actually singing. But there are just so many unnecessary song numbers that it's like, we get it. Okay.
Some of them are lingering. Like it's the whole freaking song.
Yeah.
And like some are good, some are cringy. Alam mo yun, so parang ang gulo.
I think the most blatant one is when she visited him in prison. When she and then they just start singing again, and you're like, "Come on!"
No, it was after the trial when he called her up and he sang.
Oh my god!
I was like, by that time, I was like, really? That's it?
Or baka I don't know, baka traditionalist. I don't know what you call it, pero maybe it's just us knowing the genre to be you sing, or in musicals you sing when there is a height of emotion.
Yeah.
When there's it can be a pivotal plot device moving things forward. Pero ito parang wala lang, kakanta lang ako kasi kaya ko.
Kasi, yeah, exactly. A lot of the songs there are so out of context. Super out of context.
That's the thing. But a lot of the time, they were just on the nose. And I don't think we needed that additional push. Because again, the audience is smart enough to know what they're watching. If you got through the first one, you don't need to be having your hand held for the second one.
I agree.
And that's where my whole thing is. The reason where it lost me completely. I mean, I already had issues with the pacing, with the number of songs, with where the story was going. But where it absolutely lost me was when they lost the resolve that the first one had. I remember I said the first one was uncompromising. It was brutal in showing you the depths of this man's mental illness. It made no apologies. This movie's entire final act is apologizing for that movie.
Am I thinking of the same thing? Is this the scene where he just flat out says there is no Joker? It's just Arthur Fleck?
Absolutely. It felt like such a cop-out. No. Here's the thing. When Harley Quinn walks out of that courtroom,
that's us.
I wanted to walk out with her.
Everybody.
We're like, what the shit? You were only interesting because you stood for something, however wrong it was.
Yeah, but it was at this point where I really wanted to sleep. I know I had a tiring week. It was a tiring day that day. I thought I'd have fun with the movie, but
Ugh. And then they followed that up with her ultimate, heel turn, I guess, when he goes to her on his iconic Joker stairs and he's all like, hey, we can be together now. I'm like, this is 10 seconds after you said you're not that guy that she loves and admires and all that shit.
You think she's going to go back to you?
What the actual hell?
It's so stupid.
But imagine if that's where they revealed that she was never an actual patient. What if that's an actual criminal? What if that's where they revealed that all the stories she told him were bullshit after driving him to the absolute edge? I mean, there is something...
Did she even drive him to the edge?
That's my thing. Exactly. They didn't.
Yun nga eh.
That's the one thing I really didn't understand because she loved her. Because she liked him the way he was.
She liked him as Joker. Remember, she didn't fuck him until she made him put his makeup on. Yeah, she put it on him.
Yeah, okay, that's true. But I just didn't understand because this guy is so mentally disturbed or been deprived for so long that he just all of a sudden becomes a good guy. I don't
think he was good. I think he was just all of a sudden after the first movie. That's it. Exactly that.
Quote unquote remorseful.
After the first movie says again, no apologies, this guy is crazy. And however politically incorrect that word is, this movie goes and says, no, he's a victim like the rest of us.
Well, here's the thing. Apologizing in the first place makes it not the Joker you would expect. It's not a comic book movie, as our friends did mention. It's nothing like what we would expect. And fine, it can go that direction. I have no qualms with that. But just how the character is written, especially with how strong of a statement the first one did or gave, the moment that made him turn in the first place to be like, there is no Joker, it's just Arthur Fleck, wasn't even that satisfying in the first place. So which it comes to a shock almost that 180 is like, from this person who suddenly wants to represent himself in court. This person who's like absolute batshit.
I'm going to wear my makeup in court.
Exactly. And then later on, just like one little moment, I guess the catalyst was one of his inmate friends dying due to police brutality.
The dude he kissed. The dude he kissed who probably hung around him so much.
And I don't know who Anjo called Bubbles.
Okay, his name was Puddles. They literally spell it out. They spell it in the movie.
When we were talking about it, Anjo was like, well, Bubbles was cool.
Like, come on, guys. At a certain point, after X amount of songs, you would forget what you're watching.
Bubbles was cool against Mojo Jojo. What the hell, man?
It's Bubbles. Of course she's cool. This movie, however, was not.
Okay.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I think it was just unsatisfying that moment he turned because he was headed somewhere. We were hoping he was headed somewhere because, okay, we are looking for that insanity. We are looking for that chaos.
And again, we're not glorifying it, but at the end of the day, that's who and what the Joker is. Regardless of whatever incarnation you watch, whether it's the 60s, the 80s, or the 2000s, all
cartoons.
of them were unapologetically off kilter. They all had some kind of a mental illness. And whether it was funny or homicidal or sadistic, none of them apologized for who and what they were.
Yeah. So because the movie, sorry to put it like this, but it's the best way I can explain it. So here, he was like, there is no Joker, there is only Arthur Fleck. Who. It's like that, right? Diba? Kasi, totoo naman eh!
I think you delivered it with the same amount of emotional resonance as this movie.
But if you're expecting it, especially if you put the name Joker there, he should be like, there is no Arthur Fleck.
Yes, exactly. It should have been like, this should have been the high point of the film. Instead, it sends it down a road that it never recovers from, even with Harley's heel turn at the very end.
I thought this movie would redeem itself when they blew up the courtroom.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go somewhere interesting.
No.
Like maybe it was something that he and Harley planned all along, right?
No.
But no. It really felt like director Todd Phillips of Old School and the Hangover trilogy was really trying to apologize for what he created in 2016.
But wait, okay. I've read a lot of threads about this. I went into a rabbit hole thinking na kasi we all had the same question na parang, bobo ba ako? Hindi ko nagustuhan. But it's just that there's a general consensus that it wasn't likable. But for the people who liked it, okay, devil's advocate here.
Go.
They say that that's entirely the point. That you go into this having this idea of the first Joker where people like idolize him or glorify him. And also that is the point of view of Harley as a character. And at the end of the day, when you just realize, like you mentioned, you should never meet your heroes. Yun yung moment na yun. He betrays everybody who believed in him because of that. And that is the point.
That is a lot of mental gymnastics.
It is. Because
kasi ang dami nga nagsasabi na parang, no, it's not pangit. You just don't get it.
I would respect that. If the movie, again, like the first one, had the conviction to stick to that plot point. But at the very end, think about what happens at the very end. An inmate stabs him. And just as the thing pulls back and that inmate starts to go out of focus, the guy starts cutting a Joker smile into his face. As if the movie is trying to tell you, if you didn't like that guy, don't worry, the real Joker is coming.
You said the ultimate cop-out was when he had this face turn. No, that is the fucking ultimate cop-out because that saves Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's true.
that shit.
So in case they want to make another one, now we got a guy with a face scar.
When that was happening, I whispered in your ear and said,
kinky.
Y'all like that shit, huh? No. I whispered in your ear and said,
stop saying that!
I whispered in your ear.
You're making it worse.
I don't want any part of this.
I called it out. I said, this guy is going to be the next Joker. Because when he fucking said the line that when the psychopath meets the clown in a bar, I was like, oh God, this guy's going to kill him. He's going to be the next Joker.
It was so annoying. And he was already following him around like a puppy.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, where is this going? And that's where it went. And I was like, oh.
So Warner Brothers pulls off the ultimate cop-out, killing Arthur Fleck, effectively creating a new Joker.
You know what?
Fuck that shit.
You know what? What a cinematic betrayal on that level is like after you watch The Last Jedi and you think that, okay, they got balls, they're doing something new and different, and then they get scared. So like the first line in the next movie is Palpatine has returned. Because like, oh, okay. So they didn't have the guts to stick by what they laid down in the previous movie. Now they're going back to something safe. So, and I think also this answers that question a lot of people had about 10-year-old Bruce Wayne in the first movie. So Arthur Fleck is too old to be his Joker. So now they got a young guy with a face scar who is inspired by Arthur Fleck. And he can be the real Joker.
Yun daw yung point, guys. Like, monsters can be created.
No, but if that guy is the real Joker, why did I spend 2 fucking movies watching Joaquin Phoenix?
He's also a Joker.
Oh my God.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. The Joker for me is Mark Hamill. But
oh yeah, that's a great Joker.
Well, either way, okay lang naman na parang may deviations, but you just don't name it Joker if you take out the essence.
Yes.
And the essence was him being unapologetically manic, homicidal, and all those, adjectives that really describe him. It's kind of like how we felt when Cavill's Superman killed someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's that kind of betrayal na, this is the character's core. So if in the first place, whether you make these little changes, that is something you do not you do not take away from the person. Like, yes, Harley Quinn cannot be a victim.
I could have understood it if in the first movie you establish the fact that the Joker is an idea, not a character. But hindi. He was a character in the first movie. And add to the fact that Todd Phillips claimed that there will be no sequel. This will be complete.
No sequel from the man who made The Hangover 2
and 3.
I enjoyed 2.
I rest my what?
I enjoyed 2.
What the hell?
I was entertained by 2. That was the better sequel than the Joker.
The one with the monkey?
But did you die?
What do you mean? They went to Bangkok.
Did you die?
For no reason.
But did you die?
And Senor Chang was there.
Exactly.
I guess that's why he
Maybe
oh my God.
Okay. Hangover 2 versus the Joker 2. Which is a better sequel? At least the essence of the Hangover.
That's a good point.
That is a good point.
Was retained in that sequel.
That's
even the Hangover 3.
Even if it was just the same shit all over again.
Yeah. Still. They doubled down on what was the essence of the first movie.
Right.
In the Joker 2, it was a complete 180.
Yeah. And it's not a 180 that they earned.
Yeah.
Because I really like the idea of Harley helping to push him over the whatever last bit of sanity he had. And then they run off together and they go on a killing spree.
Yep.
Again, not that I would encourage a killing spree, but narratively, it would make sense for these characters as they were established.
Because it has the Joker name.
Yes!
So now
that's the main thing. Again, you can make itty-bitty changes, but not that. Sorry.
No Joker.
And you know what? A lot of people find the courtroom shit boring, but I kind of liked it.
I enjoyed it.
I liked seeing people from the first movie come back and talk about the consequences of what he did in that movie. It was, I didn't expect to see Zazie Beetz again.
My giggle is coming out because I can't wait for Misha to finish. The fact that they had all these characters relive the trauma that they experienced in the first movie.
Yeah.
Only to take it all back by him being so remorseful about it. Completely
Great. That's what he
destroyed
sounds
the
like
movie.
now. That's what I'm going to associate with that fucking heel face turn.
But completely destroys the movie for me.
Yeah, I agree.
What's the point of having all these people double down on what's happened to them?
Right.
Only for the narrative to just suddenly flip. Right?
Yeah. And also like
I don't know. That's just
what Mai said earlier about like sometimes he's on his med, sometimes he's not, sometimes it's a fantasy, sometimes it's not. How cool would it have been like at the very end when Harley's like, you know what, stop taking your meds, let's get the fuck out of here. And he's all like, I stopped taking them 2 weeks ago or some shit like that to really just pull the rug out and let you know that, again, he was planning this big escape the whole time.
Well,
I got nothing.
Well,
I'm
the
sorry.
rugs got pulled out from under our feet anyway.
No, it was pulled, but in the wrong way.
Yes.
Yeah. Like they put a rug over our feet.
Edi kumot.
Okay, they put a blanket on us. It was the opposite of a rug pull.
Oh my god.
I
So,
don't get it.
This movie really did take a lot out of everyone.
We were exhausted
We were so tired.
afterwards. So there's also this point in this movie where, towards the end, where he is questioning his life choices now. And then he's like, I don't want to sing anymore. And we're like, yes, please.
Yeah, we
please
don't want you to
stop.
sing either, dude.
Ayaw na rin namin. Utang na loob, tama na.
Ayaw na rin namin mga 4-5 songs ago pa.
Oh my God.
Please.
But I don't know. I guess it's safe to say we are not recommending this movie for you to be.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I really wish we weren't saying that. Because again,
No.
I really like the first one. It's dark, it's disturbing, it's messed up as all hell, but it stuck to its convictions and it told the story it wanted to tell.
It just made sense, period. This one just wanted to be so many things. It wanted to be a courtroom drama. It wanted to be a Bonnie and Clyde type of thing. But then, not enough Bonnie.
And
Yeah.
and it wanted to be a musical.
It wanted to be a musical.
And
It clearly
It could have been Chicago. That would have been cool.
they had it coming.
You had it coming all along?
Hot shots. I don't know.
what?
I don't know why I said hot shots.
I don't know
I don't
either.
know,
See,
Bubbles?
this movie has gotten me to a point where I just vomit words out.
Yeah. But I guess,
But we'd still like to thank Warner Brothers Philippines for having us over, for us to be able to experience this shared experience with other of our friends.
sorry. We love you guys.
We love you, Warner Brothers.
But you probably feel the same.
But also, you know,
Gets nyo na rin naman nung screening, di ba? Love you, Joanna.
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Just watch it on streaming na lang.
And let us know what you think.
Ang dami ko pang gustong...
No, go ahead.
Hindi, wala na tayong time. But anyway, so many rants about this movie. But I guess that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
we're not kidding. It's not
Yeah.
a joke. The movie is a little bit of a joke.
What if they make a third one?
Actually, here's my train of thought. So if in the second one, we go with what you wanted, like they pull out the rug from under everybody's feet, that we've been planning this all along because it was Harley who pushed him to a point where he's too far gone. And then in the third movie, she realizes, I made a mistake. That would have been a better story.
Maybe, sure. But I would have liked it better if they ended this movie like with that song from the ending of Grease. Except it's them going around killing people in Gotham.
That would have been cool.
Fun.
Right?
And I thought that would be the direction they were going because of all the fun shots of
In the courtroom.
Yeah.
exploding.
the courtroom exploding, the fun shots in the trailer where they're like going up the steps and then like dancing. That's where I expected the musical direction to go. Pero parang putang ina, wala man lang sa movie. Yung mga nasa trailer, yung mga magandang shots.
Even the one in the poster with the two of them standing at the top of the stairs dancing,
Yep.
it's not in the movie.
Exactly. So I was expecting that level of tag team Bonnie and Clyde ape shit.
I don't
Shit.
know.
But no.
Apparently, they never tested this in an audience.
Yes, I read that too.
Yes. And then they just released it.
Huh.
And then they tested Transformers 1, which is critically...
It is amazing. Transformers 1 is fantastic. It
Yes.
made me cry a little bit, and I'm not the only one.
Yes. So I think this really was like a big corporate machine trying to make
Cash
more money.
grab.
Yeah, but I'm just afraid that this movie is going to hurt the people, again, who were inspired by the first one or had the wrong takeaway.
Or if they're incels, it's fine. I'm okay with that.
And then they're gonna like spend the next 10 years explaining to us how we just don't get it.
Yeah. It's okay. We can just ignore them.
They will die alone in their mother's basements. It's fine.
But it's okay. We live our lives to the fullest. And we will be here to tell you about movies we do like or don't. Yeah.
So which one is this one? Charot.
Kung hindi pa rin obvious sa inyo, we did not like this movie.
No, we didn't like this
Yes,
movie.
we did not
I'm
like this
sorry.
movie. So, we will now wrap up. We are the Sub-Auteurs. Folie à tres.
Fuck
Folie à
you.
trois.
Are we gonna...
Un, deux,
French,
trois.
ginawa mong Spanish.
Folie à trois. Un, deux, trois. Un, deux, trois. Cuts. Yeah, okay.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Flexing my French. Frenching my flex. What?
Bubbles.
Again, we are the Sub-Auteurs. I'm Anja.
I'm Misha.
Tired. Like, we watched this movie weeks ago and I'm still tired from it.
Nakapanood na nga kami ng ibang movie ni Mai. Pagod pa rin siya from the Joker 2.
Ano ba tong Joker 2 na to?
Oh my God.
Hindi ko naintindihan, gago.
So are you gonna watch it on HBO?
No. If my wife does because of Lady Gaga, I won't be surprised, but I won't feel sorry for her.
Maybe you
Kagagawa
just
na
watch
yun.
the musical numbers on YouTube or something.
Pwede.
Hindi din yung iba.
Hindi. Okay. Again, we are the Sub-Auteurs. If you have seen if you have seen the Joker, catch us on our social Sub-Auteurs. We like movies. Catch us on our socials at Sub-Auteurs Podcast. We have a Facebook group called Sub-Auteurs We Like Movies. Join that if you have any opinions about this movie or others. Bye. Folie à trois.
Folie à trois. Yeah.
Folie at tangina.
Bubbles.
Yoko na!
What if they win Oscars?
Tangina!
Kung best musical performance, why not?
I don't know.
Kung best cinemat mo.
Best
Hindi din eh, but you've seen a lot of better ones.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, but it's not like Oscars.
God. That's so disappointing.